What's really good, LeSBP Trading, Familia, Buenos dias, bonjour, bon dia, y salvona. Thank you all for tuning in. So today is our end of the week recap. Earlier this week on like Tuesday, I made a video basically, what was it titled? I'm addicted to losing money in Forex. Bruh, I promise I have to be. I literally have to be because I keep taking myself um, out of trades. I'm doing the same things over and over again wrong. If you're catching my live streams, you are literally seeing me just sprinkle bits and pieces of losses everywhere. And it's for me doing the same shit like every single time. So let's go ahead, jump right into it. Number one, I'm convinced that I just want to lose after these last few weeks. So like these last few weeks, like week 13, we had a $35 difference, 14, $12, 15, $12. 16 was about 35 cents, and then this week was a dollar lost as well. So we've basically been consecutively going down for the last few weeks, other than week 16 where we had a 35 cents break even positive. But man, it's been quite heinous, not gonna lie to you. So starting off from we're gonna start off from the 14th because we end up swinging that trade until the following Monday. And basically we started off the week with probably about an $8.50, $8.60 loss here. So we had USD CAD and NZD USD that we swung. And as you can see, the commissions are a little better. The spread, oh, well, a lot better actually. The commissions are a lot better. The spread is a lot better. So I'm not as worried about it. I'm thinking actually about just taking it down so that I don't even look at it because it doesn't hit as hard as the other account did. So I think I'm pretty decent on that. But as you can see, after starting that week off like we did, basically we had some really bad trades afterwards. USD CAD, EU. I think that's all we were trading, USD CAD and EU for the beginning of the week. And it wasn't like on purpose. I wasn't just sitting here saying, well, I'm only going to trade USD CAD, I'm only going to trade EU. That was the only opportunity that we were getting. So as you can see, we had USD CAD, EU loss, and another EU loss. And it was really rough on the 17th, which was what, Monday, right? 17th was Monday. Yeah. So it was really rough on Monday. We finally ended up having two winners here, one on EU and one on USD CAD at the end of the day. And then rolling back into that next morning, USD CAD, AU, EU, and NZD, which is what I did the video about, the one where it said I'm addicted to losing in Forex. Um, we ended up taking some really good trades. I think that was a news day on the 18th. Yeah, it was core retail sales day, basically on the 18th. After that, we had some really decent trades. We won enough basically to get us back out of all of this hole basically where we took these losses. We got it back basically with AU, USD CAD, NZ, and EU. All of those are winners on that day. Now, the problem with that and why I feel like I have to be either one addicted to losing or just don't want to win overall is because we're supposed to hold these trades. I was talking about it on that same day on Tuesday when I closed this out. I was talking about it later on in the week when I decided to not hold on to it or whatever, but I'm going to go to those trades so you can see what I'm talking about here. So AU, which was the pip winner at the time at 10.4 pips, or sorry, yeah, where is that? Dollars. I don't even know if that's dollars. $10.4. I think this was somewhere roughly around only about 20 some odd pips. So let's go ahead and look at that on the chart. So here looking at AU, basically we got in here. Let's go ahead and put the entry price exactly where we got in it. So AU got in at 0.66263. And then we end up getting out at 0.66523. So about 26 pips. All right, so 26 pips. We got in at 20 or got out at 26 pips, roughly around like 1245, 1246-ish. And as you can see, that market continued to drive upward. Now, of course, by the time we would have needed to get out, by the time our confluences would have met for us to get out, would have been on Thursday, which was yesterday. I wasn't trading yesterday. But looking at the information that we got of the data, I would have needed to be out by yesterday at about 9:30, the close at 9:30 candle, which was about an extra 10.8 pips. So it wasn't like super duper bad, but as you can see, we still could have gotten a little bit more out of that. Now, had we traded Thursday as well, though, we would have lost probably around that same 10.8 pips of difference, actually. So we would have gained that 10.8 pips extra and then end up losing it. Three, that's 10 right there. That's 12. So we would end up losing that right then. Now, looking forward into today, which is Friday the 21st, we have Flash Manufacturer PMI, Flash Services PMI. And I was talking about the trade that we were in, just as well as showing the trade that we were in this morning. We jumped into this one a little bit earlier before the news came out. We also jumped into USD CAD a little bit before the news came out. We actually had two other opportunities on that one. And USD CAD ended up dying down. So I decided, well, shit, if that died down, let me get out of the AU trade as well. This is something that I keep making a mistake on. Um, for one, AU and USD CAD don't coincide with each other. They don't go the same direction. They don't. What's the word I'm looking for? They don't correlate enough to say like, all right, if one loses or one wins, then the other one's also going to win, or the other one's also going to lose, or the other one's also going to break even. So I have to one get that out of my head, but two, that also stopped me because I got scared. If you remember me talking about it this morning, I got scared of getting in NZD USD because of the simple fact I was like, well, USD CAD, and it's literally the basis. USD CAD is still fluctuating. AUD is just in a very small profit. NZD is probably going to do the same thing. It's probably going to consolidate. It's probably not going to do what I think it's going to do. And I was supposed to take that sell position moments probably right before the news, which made it even scarier because, of course, you never know what's going to happen in the news. Volatility comes in. Sometimes it's not a good thing. So didn't get into that NZD USD trade and had to watch this float straight down. Now, as you can see, it did go down. It came right back up, probably about half of that candle. And then another half of the candle retraced a little bit more after that candle's close. But as you can see, it's kind of floating down in the same area where it was, which I think was like 15 pips almost. And now it's just kind of just stabilizing right there. But the thing that I'm trying to get across here is the fact that we're supposed to still be in this trade. Same thing with AU. That never came back to break even. So the only thing that broke even was USD CAD. We ended up with a flat zero on USD CAD because that came back to break even. But AU never did. So I guess the sad fact is, I'm sitting here and I could be positive on the week. And because of the fear, I decided to get out of that trade. So it's a couple of different things I was thinking about here. So had to stop watching my trades. For one, a perfect example is the 18th of June. I was in 4 trades and closed them all because I had doubts. So just to finish off the thought on that one, I was talking about one was AU, I think also USD CAD. Yeah, and then the other was USD CAD. We were in both of those trades. On USD CAD, we only took $2.39, which was like way up here. And as you can see, there's like, I don't even know, I didn't even calculate this one. There was a 20 pip difference. Yeah, 24 pip difference before we would have had to get out. So quite significant because, I mean, as you can see, we only took 10 pips, 11 pips out of that trade. The other 20 pips we missed because we decided to get out of the trade. So that's one big thing. Let's go back to this. So I think I need to trade less pairs. I don't want to make the knee-jerk reaction of just getting rid of all my pairs and only trading 3 out of 6 and stuff like that, or whatever, because I have one of them that's not up on here is USDJPY as well that I recently added. Like, what was the reason for adding that if I was just going to literally take it away before I even get to trade it? Because I haven't even gotten to trade it yet. So I don't want the knee-jerk reaction of actually dropping all of my pairs, but it's not because any one of them are better, but I can concentrate more capital on one rather than 6. That's also, to me, I feel like a downfall of myself. If I concentrate more capital on one, then I feel like that leaves me more opportunities to lose on that particular pair. And what if that pair is just not good that week, or maybe even for the month? I'm losing. I'll end up losing because I've done it on EU. I end up losing a bunch of capital on that one pair while the other ones look great, and then all of a sudden I'm turning around and having to do repair on the account again, just because we lost so much on the one pair that was bad and the other pairs did okay. So But I did state here this could be a good thing or a bad, but I believe it would help me stay in the trade for full duration if I'm not worried about multiple trades turning around on me. What do you all think? And once again, I'm going to say that I'm not going to do this now. It's just a thought, but I think it's more or less a knee jerk reaction thought. But for me, I feel like it's a good and bad thing. It's on both sides. It could be a good thing, if the pair works out and the pair does really well. It could be a bad thing if all the other pairs do good and then that pair does wrong, or it does sideways or whatever, it does bad for the week. But number four, I continue to miss the chances to give myself leeway. That the big thing about that my trading style is, in order for me to actually not worry about these smaller losses, not worry about the break evens, I have to take the big picture, or the bigger trades. I have to take them in full. If you don't know my strategy, literally, it's to catch and hold as long as possible. Catch and hold as long as possible until it turns around, until it gives me a confluence to go to the opposite side. I'm supposed to literally stay in that trade. So this sell was what, 2 days worth, 3 days worth. I was supposed to be in there from literally Tuesday until Friday this morning. So that by itself was 2 days and 23 hours, almost 3 days worth of trade. I was supposed to stay in that trade, and I didn't because I got nervous, I got scared, and closed it 30 pips early, 20 pips early. So same thing with AU, got scared and closed this 2-3 days ahead of time. Don't get me wrong, this pip difference was a lot smaller than USD CAD, but you never know when that's going to happen. Shit, for all I know, this could have came all the way back down before giving me a confluence to sell, and I could have ended out pretty much in the exact same area. But you never know when that's going to happen. So, I think I'm going to end off with I never seem to finish the trade hold until I am put out of it. So basically, all I was saying is just what I just said. So what I really need to do is I need to focus on one. Instead of doing the knee-jerk reaction of saying, oh, I'm not going to trade these pairs, I'm just going to concentrate on these three, because I'd be picking randomly. Like, none of them do so well that I can say, oh, NZD USD, that's going to be the one that I keep, because it wins way more than everybody else. EU, oh, that's going to be the one I keep. None of them win so significantly that I can actually say I'm going to keep one or the other because of that fact. And I feel like that would be the only reason why I should drop any. If one is losing way more than the other ones, then yeah, of course you drop it. But if there's no deciding factor, then there's no reason to do that. So I'm going to keep the same lot size. I really have to get away from the charts after I get into the trades. Like, I'm talking about, like, boom, boom, boom. All right, we're up. Get the fuck out of here. Like, if it's not at a positive break even already, which AU was, and so was USD CAD for today. We missed NZD USD, but AU was at a positive break even on the day, which means we would have lost nothing had it come all the way back. Nothing. And now it's up 20 pips. Now it's up 20 pips. So I have to literally, like, when I get to that positive break even, boom, I'm done for the day. Just gone. Go away. Don't look at the charts anymore. There's nothing to look at. Like, why? I have to do that for one. And then two, like I said, lot size. Three, jump into every opportunity. Jump into every opportunity instead of sitting here missing on these opportunities because I'm nervous, afraid, or scared. I have to follow a strategy. I have to follow the plan. That means you need to jump in every opportunity. You never know if you're going to win or if you're going to lose or if you're going to break even. You don't know. So either way, appreciate y'all. Thanks. If you're watching throughout the week, I start my stream roughly about 8 or 8:30 Eastern time frame in the morning. I usually don't end until I either one, feel like, look, we're done for the day, that's it, or until about 1 p.m. So it just depends on two things. One, if we're already in a trade and it's not really going anywhere and I could just update you later, I'll usually do a later session during Sydney or Asian and say, here's what we got for right now. Or two, if I've just taken way too many losses and I'm good on the day and I'm just done, then I'll do that and I'll say, all right, we're done, and I'll come back tomorrow. But in most cases, I try to do from either 8 to 8:30 in the morning. I'll get on and then I'll try to finish by like 1 p.m. So other than that, appreciate you all. Thanks. Thanks for all the new followers. I mean, not really. I don't really ask for it, but hey, if you want to follow the journey, do your thing. I appreciate you. Other than that, thanks. Have a good day. Peace.